Okay. Ako bây giờ live hả? Yên hồ trâu live với quay cuốn với đai với chắc cái về mất đâm anh đàn thấy I mean sabah it's a way to 20 minutes ta in Eastern time. But thing I look you the nicer te ko cái yên bố do coi như share video của bố gọi lên cả treo ran cái nè rana ben be jo ping te ko ne yen bi wo live bi yak de yen chala bag wo ko ni che de ran bataw kana ran chol jong lal
Over that. Okay. You begin to do the Malawi. You begin to
o tin tiền cái an che karang to ve thoi nya ngoi những cái tinh thần là chết cái ai với quay cuốn với đai với riêng đàn phát đàn và book cho về tiệm mình có nên music của với ngồi có ball là tại chơi music cái đàn này en book mà viết đây en dàn book ball chi music work ball lui tan away pa yaran jam kan yan ma tek tek ko work de Ben Wilson lual ko ja biel kun ko ja pa wo ko istiria wi ten ke wo wang wan o ja kai ko bi ben và yên với cái của yên là topic yên jam một tin kia cái nè bên lối chào và đến là kin đây mà chi nên quên entitle là yên có để tập tin thế của book quen bây giờ là nên paper theo vấn này yên cái garden của giờ confirmation này yên có buông jam việc đấy biag da Upper Nile, the unfair constitution, yen chiro lo biag Upper Nile, well, enes bale wok jeng da Padang wok de ni unfair yen buk nyot wek ino ngo yen chuk ting ka che unfair tit kon ka ampi chike kwany berlaman don Geneva Sudan. Ben Wilson alo bayin pala twing and then pursa bajo vegam as she will get lawyer arrange.
We pengen
Yes.
kiba kon queen we ko we die please share a message. I believe 20 people are quite under different forum. For yin di mana padang we lenya na padang we message we share for some other forum including WhatsApp forum ti de inam daman. Chan ka ko bugu queen tin very important kena message ka ba kon la we London background sharing London back common bakik dila got ku way ke na de koy logo lui ko ja text ke bakik dila dugnim topic ka ring kan u chuba gawre de chan pinye chidit a chuk lel wani no jeng Padang Media ki tweri yin e bi concern when within the Padang section bi ke ga raise to chiga benyal. But tonight we have a concern Kichiraloy back home based on tek chikang tek barlaman yani 4 county ka achiki dolomaret yene ken ene ke bi work tonight book ben kwene jore ka chikot already ko ke on the ground but sin lewoni okay employees akuma ukilu yakuma aka chin kile bi akuma o mai to kale bo yi da kwen no bi hap le koika yene ken ene bi work tonight something lo red back home chi wong me generalize ku chigot ko to pin ku yena workene yena bug ben jabe share ko je ke liwo ka ken ake ge jeren kan ke chika mani mu wo ku yene ke Padang jamon ku le no yen adik nim de ge darda kan ko ke ko je tek yani pawadan wala ake ko je tek ko je go fa tek yena bak ping ba de chikang protecting wo bro dil fot bug jam to arab ku ja to english a kan ke big ping ke jere narka ken lo ay to jeng ken magadam lakin wo bu jam to arab ku ja english a kan go ko pingi be dab ko ci ko mani mu fi afernal e ngore yu ke gwa ne ke cirkan a kan ko a ci det bay ret sin bi ke ka muk bay ga bel kero jeng wan te kay we ken ay ke yo ka afernal cirkiden và ngô đức cái rèn con nhìn của chấm của nhìn rồi phải nó cái ai yok yên chỉ riêng Padang Media chỉ bay beach của buka kena ben lui raise buka yek awareness this is what is going on akira loi fi national level ai yok bradi loi fi state level before ban pursa gam I think abadil nyok kwenen to English and then pursat ka buga loy ba de nakin pursat bug loy work bial te taw ni de nam good screen ina work kan ina badil kuen ba de lan to shara kan ko bu kuen big and then wo bu jalatin bug ja nyai karang from page or from paragraph to paragraph ko dog ben be shara ko again I am sorry we are going to I did introduction in the language of the Dinka language so the topic of tonight, as you see the screen, is running there. A petition against unfair reconstituted TNLA for Afrinal constituency. These are the main topic tonight, and we are going to explain why the Jing Fadang have concern of this, because we know that is one of the reasons. We were very clear from the beginning that we need our own administration based on unfair distribution of the power because there are certain tribes within that state has been in privilege during the war until we become independent. They were the powerhouse Jalaba youth to give them a governorship and all these things. So they are continue to do this now. In present day, we become independent of South Sudan. So tonight, Padang SPLM members who are representing for county of Jiang Padang back home, they wrote a petition to the president, and that is one of the reasons we are going to read that petition. It will really focus on the Nuer Jekany later. It's not a crime, Jama, when people are going to criticize themselves and tell you are not you are misleading or you are not fair. It's not a thing that people will. So we are going to criticize ourselves, specifically the SPLM, those who call themselves to be SPLM Nuer Jekany in the eastern Nuer. So without wasting time, we will read the letter, and then after the letter, I will go over it, and then the BL will come, and the coach will come, and Daniel will come. We will try to explain it by different tune, different language, different ways. So these are the topic tonight. I will stop here. We will give floor to Brother Abiel. Again, please share the video. Even if you are not Jiang Fadang, share it. If you are watching us here, share it to your friend. And I will stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben Wilson Lual, Matek, Ben Yakoj, and all the viewers of Padang Media. I just want to greet all of you and welcome you to our live video tonight. Tonight we are discussing a very important topic. As you can see, it is something that concerning the recent formation of the National Transitional National Legislative Assembly and the division of the members of the parliament based on the counties in Upper Nile State. And therefore, we, the Jing Padang leaders in diaspora here and the media advocates, we came to hear out our concern as we usually do. And these are the purpose of creating this social media outlet so that we, the members of Jing Padang, will be able to be the voice of our people and talk, bringing the issue that actually matter to us as a community, as the members of Upper Nile State. So I just want to urge all of you to share our video, like our YouTube channel, and subscribe to it, especially we, the members of Jing Padang Worldwide, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's live in Facebook, it's live in StreamYard, and it's also live in YouTube. We just want to let the message reach our people, whether you're in South Sudan, whether you're in Australia or here in North America. You'll be able to connect with us in any media outlet that you subscribe, whether YouTube, Facebook, and also StreamYard that we are using it. When it comes to this topic, first of all, just a highlight, as Wilson Lual said earlier, I'm going to be reading, the petition that were written, especially to the members, so that you'll be able to understand what brought us to this live video. So I'm going to start reading. To His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, Chairman of Sudan People Liberation Movement, SPLM, petition against unfair Reconstituted Transitional National Legislative Assembly for Upper Nile State Constituency. Your Excellency, we, the members of Sudan People Liberation Movement, SPLM, like it in Yanamad, yeah, make this bigger. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Actually, I did already. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I cannot control from here. Okay. I'm going to be starting from the beginning. Sorry. Your Excellency, we the members of Sudan People Liberation Movement, SPLM, representing 4 counties of Dinka Padang of Upper Nile State, addresses this petition to your esteemed office as the SPLM chairman in regard to the inequality and imbalance of members' representation into the SPLM Reconstituted Transitional Legislative Assembly of the Republic of South Sudan. Your Excellency, we, the member of SPLM representing 4 counties of Dinka Padang in Upper Nile State, raise this concern of dismay for the act of SPLM in person of Honor Peter Lambot, who misled the SPLM Secretariat and direct the appointment of SPLM members from his home area of Jikeng to the Reconstitution Transitional National Legislative Assembly and neglecting other counties. Take, for example, Nuer 4 counties got 17 members of the RT Gona, while the Dinka 4 counties got only 7 members into the revised Transitional Legislative Assembly, in which one county, Abakoga, is nil. Where is the rationale here? Your Excellency, we fell, cheated, and prejudiced in distribution of 7 members appointed of the President and 1 seat of NCPA held by Honorable Padwa Chue, who was left out from the Reconstitution RTLA, while these seats were considered in the other 10 states as part of SPLM into the RTLA. 7 seat appointee of the President were misappropriated, which created imbalance. 5 seats were taken by Jikeng Nuer, and Shuluk got share of 2 seats. The constituency share between Balit, Akoga, and Wulang should be reconstituted and appoint member MP representative of Balit and Akoga County. The seat of Honorable Fadwa Shuending Yel, who was Member of Parliament from NCP and joined SPLM, should be considering, like in other states in South Sudan. We undersigned leaders of SPLM in 4 counties appeal to your esteemed office to review the aforementioned for interest of SPLM in the forthcoming next general election. That the appointment of SPLM members in East Nuer should be reviewed, or alternatively, the appropriate ratio in the RTLA and the Council of State should have a fair representation. The page ang topping, page number 2. SPLM Oye, SPLM Oye, Republic of South Sudan Oye, Upper Nile State Oye, signed by Honorable Deng Akwenikak, Honorable Aguirre Doc, Honor Mr. Munjong Kong Munjok, Wasad Madung Dan Koch, Honorable Deng Chan Ayuel, Honorable Abraham Bendit Abot, Honorable Santino Nuan Kurben, Honorable Padir Kak George, Honorable Ador Achil Ador, Mr. Peter McQueen R., care of Honorable Jima Nunu Kumba, Acting Secretary General SPLM, Honorable Tut Galwag Mene, Presidential Advisor on Security and a Chairperson for the National Transitional Committee, Honorable James Tormund Boone, Deputy Governor of Upper Nile State and Upper Nile State SPLM Chairperson, Honorable Gabriel Tut Gatchai, Upper Nile State SPLM Secretary, metric showing the distribution of RTNLA constituency in Upper Nile State, in Upper Nile ethnicity representation. The SPLM has 33 member of parliament. SPLM IO 20, SAWA 8, National NA is 2, SPLM DC 4, OPP, which is other opposition party 1, SPLM political detainees 1. When it comes to the county, Maban has 3, Dinga counties has 7, Shilu counties has 5. That is SPLM portion of member of parliament, and Nuer counties have 17, Payam have 1. I think I'm not going to talk about the other political party, but we'll focus mainly on the members of the SPLM caucus. Ben Wissenwal, Brother Koch, and Matektek will be able to take it from here. This is the end of the letter, the petition that were written by the members of Jiang Padang, SPLM members, with the concern. I think in the list we'll be adding our name tonight. The leader of Jiang Padang in diaspora, their name will go under this petition as well. And that's the reason why we are talking regarding this issue. Thank you very much. I will end my, and then I'll be back in a short while.
Thank you, Brother Bill. As long as time is against us, thank you for the viewers and share the meeting. That's it, the concern. Daniel, I want you this one to be on the letter. There are something that I want to mention, especially the breaking metrics.
Metric. Second page.
Okay. I know for those of you who are watching somewhere, you can see there are columns, and this is where they're complaining of the 4 county of the Jiang Padang in Greater Upper Nile State, where they there is no unfair balance with when it comes to the distribution of the MPs. You see very well that the SPLM-IG had 33 seats. That 33 seat has been divided to the counties. First, you can see the county Maban got 3. The Dinka County, they all get 7. And then the Shilluk County get 5. The Nuer County get 17 members of the parliament. That's where the complaining coming. Where they get why they take 17 by themselves. Comma is 1. That the distribution of the SPLM we are talking tonight based on that letter. Majority of our counties are the SPLM IG members. But if you do the map to the all political parties, 6 of them, you can see the SPLM IO has 20 seats given to the Afar Nile. SOA has 8 seats. NA has 2 seats. The SPLM DC has 4 seats. The OPP, other political, has 1. And then the SPLM detainees has 1. So if you go to the column, you see county by counties, you can see the most marginalized county are Maban and Jiang Padang counties. If you can do the map, the math, Maban get 4 into all these parties. Jiang Padang get 10 because we have 3 seats coming from the IO. That's how he add 10. But within the SPLM, we only got 7. The SPLM that we were supporting. So we are not going to talk about all these other parties. We are talking here. And message will go to the members of the SPLM party. We have been cheated by somebody who represent entire Upper Nile, Honorable Lam,
Peter Lambert.
Peter Lambos. Peter Lambos is the national, the SPLM secretarian, who is not there to represent Jekany Nuer. He's there to represent the entire Upper Nile. But look what he did. According to the letter, because the SPLM politics was very complicated in 2008. Now, where the complaint coming from? The complaint coming from what's so-called president percentage. President Key during the PCA, when we were about to head into election, which was a good strategy for the SPLM, we know very well that the Upper Nile state was overwhelmingly under leadership of Galwak Galwagdans, who was an NPC. So the majority of the Nuer were not paper SPLM by then. And the same thing to the other 10 states. So the president were given 60 seats as a percentage that he can appoint the members if the election come and those and the SPLM lose in that state. The president will have a power to reappoint some of the members based on his percentage that given to him. And that percentage we are talking about it, SPLM were given 7%. I mean 7 seats within the Upper Nile. Upper Nile in general were given 7 seats. Like I say, majority of the Shilluk counties were under DC, under Lemakol. So the election, when the election came, the all members who were the SPLM from the Shilluk, people like Paganamum, like Wiyai, they were loose. They lose the election under Lemakol. So what did President do with the 7 seats? He appointed Wiyai and then found another guy called William. And the 5 were left with the Kunpoj. Kunpoj came and distributed this Nuer Jikany. That's what the beginning of the 210. Now the new reconstituted MPs that we saw 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, there is no big change. The characteristic were saying that it is the old MP who will be putting backs to their position. If somebody died, then his son or his wife will become MP. But the 7 seat that we are talking about it, Shuluk is 2 share, and the 5 were taken by the Nuer Jekany. So Comrade Lem, Peter Lem, both went and called his Jekany politician, person like Kunpoj, person like James Hosmai, person like John Guy, person like Ezekiel Wall, and the list can go on. They went and talked by themselves, not entire Upper Nile. So they distribute these 5 seats from the presidential percentage. Kunpoj were not a member of the parliament. He was given 1 seat to go into parliament. James Hosmai, he was not a member of the parliament too in the beginning. So he was given 1 seat. John Guy was given 1 seat. Both himself get 1 seat. And there was another person name that I forgot. Either will be Ezekiel or another name. These were the complaining come from our counties that this is not fair. Seeing the Jikany Nuer are the one who representing the entire Afrinal in the SPLM National Secretariat in the capital Juba. Why they do that? It is not fair, ya Jama. And that was one of the reasons Jeng Padang were calling for their own administrative, because we know our brothers or neighbors, they are not good people to distribute things into the way that people will be equal. So this letter went to President of South Sudan, this complaining, and we are telling to the President Key, the SPLM powerhouse where the SPLM powerhouse in the state of Upper Nile, it is 4 Jiang Padang counties, whether during the PCA or the current war. We were the only legitimate counties that were supporting the SPLM. So if there is a distribution of the power now, why people want to be fair? We know the beginning of 2010, the majority of the Nasser people were standing with Galwak Dengai, who was NPC, National Congress Party. A majority of the Shilluk counties were standing with Lemakol, DC. That's where the Wiyai lost the seat as a member of the SPLM. So the state of Upper Nile, being 4 county of Shilluk and 4 county of Nuer, majority of them were dominated by the DC of Lemakol, and then the NPC, and then the other party of the Changson. He has his name, I don't know. So the only people who bring the Kunpoj to become a governor, it was the 4 counties of the Jiang Padang, who were the pure 100% the SPLM from the beginning of the PCA. And then during the wartime, we were the people who were standing with the government. So where this Nasser group now come now and take 17 seats within the SPLM, as we speak, there is no even a people in Nasser. So this we consider as a cheating. And for us to be in that state, ya Jama, we need fair. We don't need to go back during Jalaba time, where you were privileged to take every benefit of the state. Because during Jalaba time, since 83, during Bitadike until PCA, there were 7 Nuer governors who were misusing the money of the state, who were using the power of the state to marginalize Pacific Dinka in the state. And we don't want to be going to that. We took the gun against Arab to liberate ourselves. If there are anybody nowadays who will consider himself to be continuous, thinking that he's still with Arab, we will say you are a liar. So the message tonight is the petition letter. There is no reason the Nuer Jekany or the Nuer Eastern Jekany get 17 seats within the SPLM that we know majority of them were the SPLM IO. They were not an SPLM IG. So where in the world they can get 4 county of the Dinka get only 7 members, Jama, within the 17? I mean, within the entire 33 seat of the SPLM IG, we only get 7. And the 4 county of Nuer and 4 county of Jiang, 4 county of Nuer, you can see in the column there where they say Nuer and Shuluk up there, they got 17 in the SPLM IG. They got 11 in the SPLM IO. They got 4 in Soma. They get 1 in the NA. NA, yes, they get 1 person. And then OPP, they are 0. So if you multiply the Nuer legislation assembled in the National Assembly, they are 34. Within 34 members of the parliament, they're representing Upper Nile. Within the SPLM, they have 17 seats, the SPLM IG. Now you see Shuluk. Shuluk get 5, Shuluk counties, 4 of them, get 5 in the SPLMIG, they get 5 in the SPLMIO, they get 4 in the SOA, and then they get 1 in the, they get 4 in the SPLM DC, and then they get 3, they get 1 in the OPP. So if you're talking about the county of the Shuluk, the 4 county of Shuluk, they get 20 members of the parliament. If you combine the all parties plus the IG, they get 20. Now you see the coma. If you look for the Dinka county, 4 of them, we got 7 in the SPLMIG. We got 3 members from the SPLMIO. We got 0 in the SOA. We got 0 in the NA. We got 0 in the SPLMDC. We got 0 in the OPP. We got 0 in the SPLM FD. In total, we have is 10 seats. We are calling for our neighbors or our brothers whom we are sharing a state. It is not during Bitagulak dance. It is not during Bitadike. It is not during, it is a different time where we need to be fair enough. We are calling for the Peter Boslam to stop this kind of unfair distribution of the power. And we are calling for President Key to revise, like what it says in the letter. Our 4 counties are calling to revise the 33 MP of the SPLM in IG. There is no reason that the 4 county of Jikanywer will get 17 and we get 7. The 4 county of the Jing Padang. This is not fair. So this is the topic of tonight. I will stop here and I will give chance to the others to go ahead. But the message is very clear. It's a petition. Those who are marginalized in the state, they are Maban and the Jing Padang. So the 7 seat that we were talking, the president percent that were used by president during the 2010 election that he can give to whoever lost, the Shilluk get his 2 share from this 7 seat of the presidency, and Nuer get 5. We got 0, Maban County got 0. Our 4 counties got 0 from that share. Where is our share? So these are the topic of tonight, and we need to be very clear, and that was why Jiang Fadang were calling for their own administration. We don't need to be marginalized. People have no resources. People have no things. We see them during 30 years being a governors. They don't even have a road from Malakal to Nasser. They don't even have a road from Nasser to Maywood. And these were very people that who were governors for the last 30-something years until Kunpoch of the SPLM. If that marginalization is still keep going on, we will go away with our own administrative, because we don't need this kind of Jalaba mindset where they were privileged because they were supporters of Jalaba. There is no Jalaba anymore. Padang went to the bush to liberate Jalaba and liberate themselves. Period. So thank guys. I will give floor to President Abiel or Coach. One of you can go.
Before kena bielo la tueng ko ja ko ya tenga ko ya na beben
Okay.
ja ben chien.
All right.
The only thing I can answer these people there, somebody like Charlie then Jabril. Jabril, what we talking here, this is what we always say. You can confer here. Our complaining is how they put this division like this, because you can see Maban now, it's got only 4. And you say Maban should need more. Okay, that is, you can say Maban should need more. Why? Because Maban is a supporter. You are a supporter of IO, and you got one only in IO. Only one. I'm not even an IU, and I got 3 from the IU. And Nuer is still get 17, from everybody. And Chuluk now is get from the government. We talking about a government. We don't talking about the IU and the government that we've been together. And now it gave us 7, and he gave Nuer 17. And Nuer is the one who just destroyed their properties like 5 years ago. Now he got 17, right? In a MPs. For Dina Jiang Padang, what we were talking about, we quite cool. Could teach the way with our no to chicken division, she can he and Loy.
Very good. Yeah.
And we only 10 the parliament.
7 within the SPLM party.
Yeah, PSPLA is only 7. Le Jiang Padang, okay. Piapa Nile. In a working duty, quite a beat, and we got no to be with you. I can see it go all the way. They will get mean of everything, and then we can see it. Ata quite cock man, see it can a man a proud a chicken can loy a gok, and a young cocker. Lekin Jiang Dapa Piapa Nile. We ngồi with town him to đăng pay we can cái when yên lui cái supporter we can cái ngay cái các lôi trên nuere we lui jamo every day kule do could be work by ben me morning could be work by ben lui rule chứ man ka within a government one yen pier cái coi 2013 đi để ben ya cái go ben cái 17 we coi one we chỉ đông 7 bas pa yen cái nên wo jam wo coi tàu bang ấy thế kulwelo wega kadai di akinyinto no te ka kuma akato no wala we ke kai kora kuma yana we kai len ka muzara bagla pur wala ngoyen ka baglo kuna ka bagla pur ma ka taw committee ka chana gogla lui pe barlama lana bu be bena kuma rana yen ti in destruction to Sudan ke ta bana man yen destruction wana yen lo 2013 Yigan Barlaman Zato, I don't think there is any Barlaman that is good now than before. If you're thinking about 2016, what happened? Do you think that you can come back to this Barlaman? No. But because you don't even care whether you destroy everything and you come back, and that is how you see now, you see the Barlaman is good, right? So why you destroy the country first and then you come back to the Barlaman? De ya nina deri ne kala fiu al gabila zai mabande kaman bordu inta ya Jabril, you can raise your complaining also because there is nobody is talking here is say Maban is bad or is good, but you can see now what is Maban belong to. This is the real number that is available right now. It's not a fake. So if you see there, you might think that these people they fake number, but this is the real number. So you need to tell to your people, or you don't have a people, that's okay. But you see, Koma only one in the entire Sudan, entire South Sudan, he had one. And then the Maban, you see the total, everything is 4 because they SPLAIU gave him only one. I don't know who is that person in the IU from Maban. I don't know. Is there one person in Maban? I don't know. This is only one. And then now the government gave them 3, which is mean maybe is a little bit much better, but 3 is not enough. And me too. 7 is not enough for me. So
for 4 counties.
Yeah, 4 counties.
Not enough.
So you can see now I am Dinka Padang. I have 4 counties and I only got 7. And then you see Nuer is 4 counties and they got what? 17. You see? So this is how we're gonna say this is an unfair constitution or unfair division because it's not fair. But Lointa Maga the Kellam also Lointa Maga the report your problem also. Maybe these people they don't know. They say you don't even know anything. That is why they don't give you what you want. They are in a bamule padanga today to guide in win. The vaccine yedmuno into guiding to Junubana Baximule Kumar Asharavas. Yao Saba Minel government to guide in few minutes and Talata Manini Yao MP without from 7 but we into 17 Dale my chin Amul, each of Moya Vezo Yogot Picarase Vezo day out of show Bukura Yagi Blenas Yan Bukura
of them can bump if you gave 7 day werja.
So 17 Bogo 17 days Sana Umbam Gaba day out of show Ya Jabri. Ana made ne kalam katir, ana made ne kalam be muduata maban. Lana you see what is belong to maban is up to you. In the complaining, or you don't have a complaining, is up to you. You say Maba need more, and then you can say it. This, I'm not gonna say Maba need more. I'm not here for Maban topic. I'm here for Padang topic. So I'm talking about what I don't like it in this division. Ran chira biel we kai ko na we dai ben ko we jing da na we dai ben chan chu krang bia lo ni li all the time cái jam mo ko yen cái ban cái MPs MPs one cái te ka we kai chak tin and government chu we mi saba when government wan to tin wan a long time di river aja ku je no how many people chak ke tin wala wo chen kai we to when de bar la man le và yan an chi bige de rede chan da mana lo ba gam brother ko ko wet kon ga biro be nyo ga ingo chak jam that và yan I don't think de ke chang che be dong chen ko ja ba gam time ko bi la twen ko buk da man da wo lo ge samo also lan da man da lo banyak ko jin cha gam purta bala twen depend on the topic jamo. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Matetek, Ben Wilson, Biel Kon, Ben Biel. I greet you all. Really, is topic Egypto Zamanda is very important. Lanule is very important. Zolo ma shab haja lo inta ma shukta haja galat inta ma btatkallam. لكن لو شفت هذا غلط حتى لو داخل بيتك مع مرة بتاعك ويالك لو ما شفت هذا غلط ما ممكن نتكلم ساكت. انت بتتكلم على حسب حاجة أصل في زمن ده أو في وقت ده. في ناس بيشوفوا لكن هم عميانين ما بيشوفوا. يعني بيشوفوا كان هو بيشوفوا لكن هم عميانين. The same thing في ناس في government level هم خطوا هناك عشان يكونوا عين بتاع الناس لكنهم ما شايفين أي حاجة. هم عميانين يومهم فاتح لكن ما شايفين أي حاجة. ليه أنا بقول كلام زي ده؟ لأنه لما يجيبوا يكون representative بتاع ال people SPLM fought for it. SPLM بشكل أجل الحق بتاع الناس مفروض ناس اللي بيجيبوا كrepresentative بتاع الناس في ليبل في جنرال اسمبلي يكون ناس شايفين يونم فاتح. ليه انا بقول كلام زي ده؟ في الناس اللي بكتبوا ديل هم ما فاهمين سياسه بتاع الجنوب بتاعكم الجنوب. نينا ما قاعدين نتكلم على Padang Media ضد SPLM IO ولا ضد any party. We are talking about SPLM IG seat. وسيت الأسفلام آجي نينا قاعدين نتكلم فوق هسه ما سيت اللي خلقوا from nowhere. طبعا نينا فهمناه الناس اللي رجعوا كله في برلمان هسه ده الناس اللي كان اتقبوا في 2008 في كل كاونتيز بتاع Upper Nile. الناس اللي كانوا اتقبوا في الزمن ده ياو نازل رجعوا تاني في برلمان. لو في زول توفى خانة بتاعه ده بيجيب له زول تاني ولده ولا بنته ولا أخته ولا whatever family member according to constitution بتاع جنوب. أنا ما أعرف هو ده في constitution ولا خلقوا من مرات بتاع ناس. المهم حتى قاعدين نتكلم فوق ده. السبب جوين لأنه دانيال كان يجيب this number up number بتاع عدد بتاع ناس ديل الفيو 7 seat بتاع SPLM ديل من دينكا counties. okay yes زي ما انتوا شفتوا نحن قاعدين نتكلم في نمبر 1 SPLM عنده 32 seat عنده 33 مقعد. اوكي 33 مقعد يا انتوا شفتوا وزعوا مبان county مبان I know مبان عنده 2 counties if I am not mistaken. Dinka
Maban in the 2 counties. Okay.
Yeah,
Into Maban County and Coma. Yeah, Maban and Coma.
Coma أدوار. القضية قاعدين نتكلم فوق هسه ما قاعدين نتكلم في نمبر 2 نمبر 3 نمبر 4 نمبر 5 نمبر 5 ونمبر 6 نو. نحن قاعدين نتكلم في نمبر 1 في SPLM بالذات. ليه نوير جكن لقى 17 كرسي 17 كرسي ده نادر لقوا كيف ده ياو سبب نينا جينا ونينا ما بدينا ونينا نادر قاعدين برا هنا ده عشان Padang Media يجي لايف ساكت ما بدينا ونينا ده ورقة كان كتبوا زي ما قرأوا لكم قبل they also me ji na ina chanta fahamu ya into zol al mabshub da hu bishub ho amien وفي راسه وفي عينه ده هو مشكله قاعدين نتكلم فوق عشان انت تفهم زول زي جبريل لا افهم انت زادو عندك مشكله مع اسبيلم ولا اسبيلم ايو سيد بتاعك you can come with Hazian claim too because you can complain why you know so الكوربشن يا جماعه ببدا كيف زول اسمه بيتر لامبودا زول ده كان قاعد في كندا هنا لما جاء في ولايه حقنا هنا هو كان قاعد في البودا سيتي اسمه إدمنتون في 2008 2005 هو كان بيجي بيعمل برزنتيشن لاس بي ال ام سيت زولا هو قاعد في كندا واربو قوانين بتاع دايسبرا ده اكوما بيشغلوا كيف if he is a citizen of Canada this guy I guess he should resign. This is a message going to SPLM Secretary Nuna Kumba. Lano a seat السرقو فوق ده الدولة نديكا ندكلو السيد ده كان سيد جا من الرئيس ده كان سيد بيعملوا بديجري ما جابوا ببرسنتج بتاع ما جابوا لاسب عدد بتاع counties no هم السيد ده كان بتاع presidential degree عشان يوضعوا لنا دين طيب SPLM لم بودا شال السيد ده كله وضعوا لحال بتاعه طيب الكوربشن بقولوا كيف ده ما هو كوربشن طيب لو corruption في بلد اننا قاعدين فوق ده if you are corrupted you are in parliament or لو انت في government seat you have to resign right away when you got caught لو مسكوك انت زوالي انت بعمل resign you know ده هو قانون القاعدين في كندا وفي امريكا I guess وفي استراليا وفي all worldwide لو انت قبضوك لو انت زي انت لمبو ده بتاع SPLM وقبضوا بكلام مولدي قاعد في سكرين ان اسدا زولا tomorrow should resign right away لانه he had to protect his identity لانه انه زمن طويل عشان بعدين يجيبوا يمكن ده يكون رئيس يمكن we can elected him to be a president بتاع SPLM in the future على حسب شغل بتاعه لكن لو هو بدا عصا بطريقه هو بدا ده طيب زولا نكون عندنا ثقه معهم كيف كان SPLM representative بتاع رابرناي او بتاع national assembly so كلام بتاعي ده تفهموا كده انتوا الناس اللي ما بيشوفوا ده انتوا افهموا we are not complaining against any party we are complaining against SPLM party وcomplaining حقنا ده ان شاء الله مره وراجل هم دي لو زول واحد شاب نفسه مظلوم بيتكلم على حسب حق بتاعه so ما ممنوع عشان بعدين ما بيزول يكتب إنه قال يا أخي أنتوا من SPLM you support SPLM guys why you are complaining no we have to complain لأن لو أجد ما جفير ما يأو سلفكير ما يادي وزع أجد سلفكير ما يادي أدا أجد ل SPLM ل chairman بتاع SPLM بتاع الولاية وزولا يأوجا عمل corruption so أنا داير بيتر لامبو the message ده يمشي له لو هو زول فاهم القانون بتاع diaspora he should resign right away or reverse his ideas. لهذا ما SPLM ده يمشوا زي ما نادرينه يعني ما يمشوا بزigzag. نحن كان دين أبدان ده في upper Nile. we did زي ما أنتوا شفتوا نحن عندنا تري في أيوة بس لكن التانين ديل ما عندنا ولو جينا بجد SPLM ده it was a good party. عدد بتاع Padang في أيوة يكون 3 بس ما ممكن يكون أكتر لأن SPLM أيوة ده بدأوا في upper Nile ده نادى upper Nile كله مهلهم يعود دمر لكن we refuse to go with them على سب ده ideas بتاع أيوة ده ما بيشتغل معنا because they are not fair from the beginning from 91 up to now they are not fair. So to make my كلام بتاعي يكون قصير يا جماعة نحن كأبدان community we send this message to President Kiir بن كير ما ياديت إنت يا وك تانيا وك تاني you should see this 7 seed ده 17 seed ده شالو نوير بتاع جكان ده كله يا جماعة ليه وده في ده seed بتاع SPLM مفروض يوزعوا على sub counties ما بان ذات ما يكون عنده 3 بس you know مفروض يزيدوا شوف كوما hatta lo indum konti wat you do white bas ma kun indum more lakin chuba to zolom jay wen ashan kede ya tan wega tan kede message da wodi kede forward this Padang Media to raise Kir on Sunday night or Saturday kale YouTube el kalam nena gadin kalam fogoda lano ho that he is not aware raise that uma jab khabar el seat el kan betal degree betawda ajada sargo wen uma jab al khabar ashan kida we will come and talk on behalf of our people, you know. But then kan the ding Padang din chukta loy taga figi zakira bugul pidenka loy taga tamche marami kulma yom taga tamche marami wala inta bukuri de fikra ta sirka le an kudo kalam da Peter Lembo da who taban men wer ta dikan majority of them are IO who got them chimanat IO kul yom fi mel ta che fi matam fi kalam fi bet upam chimanat IO tem na IO da an batapar na de la rami so Lembo da mugudi kuni give SPLM sirgada liga wen muy liga mit na da rami adel okay nena na Padang nena gadin mana neighbor ber contradiction nadal gadin mana pia parna le danas mar how can I call them ana mabna busum lakin ana bugul kalam shoy kide you know nuerin do haji isumu togduel acha kide Lembo damul togduel manat bataw de lakin togduel bataw da sa pi screen na mazahir da togduel midi da togduel kabir yani fi spela mumkin yamul kalam zaida ma mumkin okay lo jira le akhwana shuluk del indum haji suma wana wan nature yana wana wande nazel nagdarum ke ba jama nazel nagdaru elle be chakal la ya humma bu kalam mana beta be chakal ma bu kalam lakin lo ja be cs waja dile nazel ya nazel no fatahi nazel no fatahi acha kida ya nas na pi borloman bital federal government da ya khintu mat numu tep salfakida minduma divisor menana fi upper Nile menada Padang ma fi divisor ma fi zol bamchi le kiri ya device yam ya kir ajat kida ma chin be galat be trika kida tep lo inta divisor min upper Nile instead of min Padang chokol butak chunu ma da yaw chokol butak tamchi le ban ya ban fi haja jara tayda ma kois kada shub del na nwer jika ni chala 17 woni na da denka del adona 7 نادل أكتر مننا لو جينا ذات لعدد نوير ده كله في كرتوم ونوير في إثيوبيا ونوير في كامبالا تيب نينا نرى Padang ماشينا وين ده ياو بالي بدنا شوي كده جو في ميلاد بتاعهم دين لكن أسرعوا تيب سيدل يا قسمت يعني ليش ده ما وين المهم ده ياو مسج بتاعي وانا بجيب كده وينتو يا ناس ميانين دي اللي بيعملوا comment نقال why you are complain or don't complain we are telling you a truth انت بتشوف لكن انت عميان انت عين بتاعك ده ما بتشوف اي حاجه حتى في قلبك ذاته قلبك ما بتشوف وماين بتاعك ده مخ بتاعك ده مقفول ما فاتح عشان كده انتوا don't jump on us for no reason we are complaining to SPLM IG period we are not complaining about
nobody complaining about IO.
Okay, so what I think I will stop there and then I will give it back to you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. In challenge already, brother Coach and then BL Wilson. Yen book lawyer repetition. Work book lawyer young Padang. What the week awareness lawyer cookena. You got a young Padang. Mr. President of Republic of South Sudan. Can be la thing unfair division kan can be awak jeng Padang wek dong chen ko bu mi gala seat ko wen jampi beta barlaman che ko wen gear cuman to governor wala commissioner wen gear all the time ko we ke mon ni na rede wen jeng Padang pa pya de ko dai ano ke ko nyin ko re tin ten ko bag jo be lui ka we muzulum tin ten a chi wo cái đà luôn của wo ki jam ayo chuwen myo is okay wo jam government when SPLA IG and I jam moktin. So 7 to 17 and I jo ke compare man which one a greater number. Quick 4 counties kadi. This is 4 county and this is 4 county. And now there is one count, four county is at 7, and the other one is at different 10. Even Lord Kanda different one is okay, like in different 10. Payan, with young nan padang, with each acting and entoro, cut off PMP is about 69. Men 69 with young padang to tinitan with 10 bus. For men 69 ben nuera to 34, a half of everything, a half of the number of parliament. Phải yên cái nó có cái bác trao với niệm cái chít cái quan lùi rồi cái nhọc rồi ta này là khi này don't support that thì có bị rồi lùi ta này là khi này cái có cái bác con trao với niệm cái giếng chan nuôi cái giếng này nên chulu cái bạn này khi ai chỉ có 54 ai chỉ parliament đó mà bạn ai chỉ ran chứ bé đâu vậy the same case mà này nó jam cái việc đấy phải anh mà coi đây là biel lo bảy bé gam phút đó có bà bé là chuyện.
Yes, first of all, I would like to repeat myself to the members that are watching. Our petition, the petition that we read out, was addressed to the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, as the chairman of the SPLM party. And the copy of this petition have also been sent to the acting SG of the SPLM party, because we are addressing these as the members of SPLM. I, Abiel Kon, I'm a member of SPLM here in Edmonton, and I've been engaged in a lot of activities. I think most of us, we are members of SPLM. When we talk about the issue of concern, we are not talking about other parties, but we need to examine the appointment of these members that actually came from the SPLM as a party. The criteria that were used to appoint the members of the SPLM as a party, in which some of the counties felt to be misrepresented, especially the boys of Padang Media, we the leaders here as well. We felt that having only 7 members that come from the party that we all supported, the party that we are all members. We know that currently the government of South Sudan has the largest parliament that was brought about because of the peace agreement. And therefore, it will be good for all of us to have the same share of cake. There should not be the members that actually, the imbalance with the appointment of these members. You know, if you look into this based on the percentage, the counties of Nuer alone, those counties, which is the 4 counties, they are 51%. If you divide it, 17 divided by 33, that is 51% of the members of the SPLM
IG.
SPLM IG, with the mainstream.
Yeah, half of that. Yeah, it took the whole half. Yeah, nus without.
The Jing Padang counties, which is also the 4 counties, are represented by 21% of the members of the parliament. That is 7. So what we want to know, why this letter was written, are the chairman of the party, President Kiir, with Debola, the president of the republic, and also the secretary general of the party, Nunu Kumba. You have to examine and look into those members that actually the 17 members. I'm not talking about other parties. I'm not talking about the SPLM IO, because I cannot complain about the members about the party in which I'm not a part of it. And that's why you see this letter was addressed specifically to those members. and also to the chairman of to the leader of the Tutkeo, which is the leader of the what? The leader of the current peace. What is it? The transitional government, the current peace that was signed, actually, the head of that committee. Therefore, we are the members of SPLM that come from these 4 counties of Jing Padang. We felt that we cannot only be given 7 members. So therefore, there is something that have gone wrong, and that is it show how did they come to appoint 17 members, and we all are the members of the same party. I know that all members were not taken away, was reappointed, but the addition to those members that were added, especially the 7 members that were given to the president to appoint, none of them actually was given to Jing Padang. So we want to ask the President of the Republic, which is the chairman of the SPLM party, and the SG of the SPLM party, to examine this petition, to look into the appointment of those members from the 17, and have to think about having the equality when it comes to the SPLM. That's the reason why we are here tonight, because you cannot see something that went wrong and to be silent. We need peace in South Sudan. The members were brought because of the peace agreement. It's the largest parliament, but we should also have the share of it. So Maban has a 9% of the members of parliament. So if you look into percentage based on the appointment of those members, then we come to point our finger to the person like of Peter Lambert, which is the secretariat within the SPLM. And we want Anna Kumba, the acting SG of the SPLM, to look into this matter, because Jing Padang are not happy of misrepresentation. We are not happy that we are being used and not given our fair share of the cake within the SPLM. Let us look into what will come later on. I'm not going to talk about the issue, the crisis that we had in our country. We all know what went wrong in this country. But when it comes to this peace agreement, the Tigono that was signed, Jing Padang stand by it. Jing Padang stand, with the Constitution of Republic of South Sudan. Jing Padang believe that the government of the President Key cannot be toppled using a mean of armed struggle. We believe that the only way to this government to go is that the people of South Sudan should be given a share to vote to the person that they want. And therefore, that's the reason why we've been standing with the government of the Republic of South Sudan. And that's why we've been supporting the SPLM vision led by the President Kiir. But we cannot be silent when we see that we are being misrepresented when it comes to the national issues. This petition, President Kiir, I know that you may have people that are watching tonight or this morning in Juba. The letter, if it did not reach your desk, I hope this time it will reach your desk. We will continue to talk. And also to the SG of the SPLM party, consider this call from the Jing Padang counties that fell not being presented in a good faith. And the blame goes to those who have actually taken a large share of cake, and divided among themselves. So if there is a equality within the SPLM party, then there has to be a reappointment of the members. Some members have to be deducted from the 17 and given to the counties that failed to be misrepresented in this proportion of member of the parliament. Because we all matter to this peace agreement. We won't have the same share of cake. And to those who are watching, please We are not talking about SPLM IO. We're not talking about SAWA. We are not talking about other political party or FDs. We are only focusing on the portion of the SPLM party, which is SPLM in government. How come the 4 counties of Nuer got 17 members of parliament when the fact that those who stand, strongly believe with this SPLM, these 4 counties of Jing Padang that have never turned their back to the SPLM since the inception of the movement, and continue to believe that the better days are still ahead. And this is the reason why we are bringing this live show, so that the viewers and the members of SPLM can actually look into it if they. I know that the petition is already on your desk, but please, this is not a matter of, we are not coming here to waste our time. We are coming here to make sure that the voice of Jing Padang is being heard within your SPLM secretariat in Juba, and also we has to be heard by the chairman of the SPLM party, President Kiir. Take this message from us and try to look into this matter as the chairman of the party. Therefore, so that you have a power to degree out the mispresentation if you see that does not fit in this Upper Nile state, especially when it comes to our concern with Jing Padang. This is where I will be able to stop. As we say that these are the 4 counties. We all have 4 counties, and there's 1 county that was actually left out. County like Akoka, there's not been a single member that was appointed. We have to be very honest as the members of SPLM. SPLM fought for equality. SPLM fought for the fairness. SPLM fought for marginalization. Therefore, you cannot continue to marginalize other counties that have stood with you in the bad time and a good time. This is the marginalization within Upper Nile state. And this is what we've been talking all about. When Jing Padang actually raised the concern of asking for self-administrative, it is because of something like this. Regardless of what, regardless of how we stood within SPLM with the Upper Nile state, I think the only way that the Jing Padang will have a peace of mind is to opt out from the Upper Nile state and be given the administrative area, so that they can have a better share of the members of parliament. They can have a better share of the government that they want. They can focus on development of the counties. They can focus on making sure that the citizen actually been given what is belong to them. You can see now, if they put this thing up, out of 69 members of parliament, the counties of Shilluk and counties of Nuer, they have 54 members of parliament, and Jing Padang has 10. So if we divide 54 divided by 69, that alone is what? It's more than 8-something percentage. 54 divided by 69. 78% in the government of the national government of South Sudan. 10 divided by 69, 14%. There's no equality. This is a marginalization that we will continue to stand against it. Jing Padang will continue to demand to be given a self-administrative in Upper Nile state. Because regardless of how good we stand with the SPLM party, there will be always nepotism. There will be always corruption. There will be always people working against Jing Padang and Upper Nile state. It is your right as a people of Jing Padang to demand to ask the government of the Republic of South Sudan and the SPLM party. If the SPLM continue not to give the people of Jing Padang a better share of what they want and what they demand, then they will opt out and will continue to ask for self-administrative, all the way from rank to PG. And this is what I will end my discussion, because it is very important that the reservation that we put in place, when we come something that is actually not a proper way, we've seen as being marginalized within Upper Nile State. This alone is a national body. What about when it comes to the government of Upper Nile State? When it comes even within the recent members or the recent members, ministers in Upper Nile State, Jing Padang continue to be left way behind. In fact, the fact that we have the same counties as other counties in Upper Nile State. I don't know, what do you call this? This is marginalization. This is injustice within the Republic of South Sudan. And this is the injustice also in the national issues. So President Kiir, Nana Kumba, the Secretary General of SPLM, the acting Secretary SG, look into this matter, and I hope you will sit down and give Jing Padang actually a better represented to be presented. The seed has to be actually added when it comes within that 17. Yan bu koje tan bu koje ping yan kini bi wok chan bu ban luel حاجات ده طبعا ده حاجات ضمن الحاجات المهم نتكلم فوقه انه انا جينا بدان لما نشوف حاجه كده ظلم قاعد whether ظلم في SPLM ظلم في national government ولا ظلم في state government. نحن we will never be silent. We cannot be silent. We'll always find a time to come and criticize the government, criticize the SPLM party. Lambert has a share of what went wrong. People like Simon Kuhn, they have a share of what went wrong. Because instead of actually considering that, giving other members that were given to the president to appoint, they went and appointed from within their own ethnicity, then sharing it as the members of the SPLM within the state of Upper Nile State. Should be divided among those counties. So this is what I will end my fair of discussion, and I may come back later on. But Wilson Wall, I think this is the reason why I brought us today, because 51%, this is alone is the half of the caucus, is it's a majority, 1 plus, 51 plus. That means alone the Eastern Jikeng, Nuer, which is the 4 counties, they can an agenda that they want to be passed favoring the counties. It could go whether they can have a better voice, and Jing Padang, if they have something to raise within the parliament, I don't think they will have a better voice to be heard. And that's the reason why we say that we cannot be marginalized while we are still here. We can always stop and hear all our concern. Thank you for all those who are listening. And this is this is why we are here. We are not going to invite other people to come in and share their concern, but this is a petition. There'll be a time when we'll actually open a discussion to discuss the matter, and this only will be open to the members of SPLM, whether you are from other state or counties. We can have that discussion as a member of the SPLM and see why SPLM is being misled, why SPLM is actually is going to be to the wrong direction. And this what was happening during the CPA is what is now we see is happening during this peace agreement.
Wilson lo ba dom lano damanda woga
Akila, yen
woke dong ke to 1:30 woke ke 11 minute ke dong chan chuk be loy ke dir ke dawo ga mate yu ke dawo ga awareness chan buk le ke jeng padang ko je jeng padang media dan kana just awareness buk le ran ben go meeting petition ke na chuk loy public ka chi ran ben so ben Wilson lo bala tu ngai Paderan kiti ten alwele population dun Padang Kujan where it is different. But then
uh,
I don't know
like
you
book
allo
bear
ba
nam
bel
tin
bet in kana la
book
kila
bear
twenga.
nam in Daniel we chakale jo work he and daman desire chela ko amri al loy is almost 2. I will before I go I am going to answer some, I mean, the comment of Jabril thinking before he said that, oh, the Nuer are a depend in politics. No, I'm totally disagree with you. They are a depend on rebellion because the Nuer use a rebellion as a tool to get into the power of any level, whether it's state level or the federal level. Period. We are not in that ship. So put in your mind, they are a defense of threatening the government of South Sudan through rebellion. And this is one of the bigger problem now, where President Key tried to buy the peace with the position, with people who rebel. What kind of a message is our president sent to the people? You are telling people that you go and rebel, and then I will come and talk to you. There is no reason a one tribe will dominate a state if there were no a rebellion threat to the government of Salva Kiir. My brother, I think you are from Nuer, Peter Quasbel. You say Padang are stuck with a tribal that is what make you a victim, I guess. I think you are wrong. You are the tribal mindset too. You are the bigger problem. What led Jiang Padang not to stand with the IO because the Nuer were attacking Jiang Padang simply because Nuer were killed in Juba, so we don't want to go to Juba, we will kill the Jiang Padang. That's the bigger mistake you make. Jabril is saying that, why are you talking about Jiang Padang alone? And it is the SPLM party. No. In the beginning, we had Jiang Padang, who joined the party later to become a members of the SPLM. So we can talk as a Jiang Padang to raise our concern or our complaining. I know that you hear the SPLM that you, Jabril, especially, the SPLM IO you support. 4 days now, Nuer took it talking about themselves because there is fighting is going to come. Did they invited you? They are speaking in Nuer language. So they are sending a message there to the South Sudanese, the SPLM-IO is a Nuer party. That's why you see them, they are talking now for the last 2 weeks about Garwidwal and Riek Machar, where you invited the members of the Maban and the others, people who were considered themselves as an SPLM party. No, it is Nuer discussing their own problem. They are concerned to fight themselves. So let's be frank, the country is still a tribal country. That's the facts. And what is marginalized us in the Upper Nile, it is the Dinka phobia, where people don't like Dinka in the federal government, later will end up to come and victimize us. And this is my message to the SPLM, Nuna Kumba, and you, Lem, who representing the Upper Nile at the secretariat in a national level. Now you turn out to be a Jekany Nuer. That's why you distribute the 7 seat into your own. That is called nepotism and corruption. A 7 seat president a percentage where he can appoint people were given to you. You went and appoint Kunpot, you appoint James Garosmai, you appoint yourself to become a member, you appoint John Guy, you appoint the other guy, which I forgot his name, for that seat coming from the president going to the state of Upper Nile, and you give Chuluk too. Is that fair? I don't think it's fair. It's not fair. And these are the facts. So, message going to the Nuno Kunbar, the guy so-called Peter Lambos, is representing Nuer, not the Upper Nile region. And that is one of the problems we are raising tonight. President Key, you need to have a desk. You need to have a presidential desk representing the Jiang Padang in Upper Nile, because we are going to be marginalized now. You cannot buy peace with us, President. Where in the world people who rebel come and get 17 seats, and people who stand with you from 83 up to 2020 never rebel get 7 seats? Are you kidding me, Mr. President? You need to review that appointment like you did to Werap today. There were people appointed in Werap either by mistake or by wrong, and you reverse today. You appoint 2 members. And the same thing, there's somebody called Peter Lembos who become a tribalized person who representing the state of Upper Nile at the secretariat and national level need to be summoned by president and by the party. Why he does that? This is the complaining. And you see how far they went because of rebellion. They come into the different party, which we don't want to do it because it's our choice. A rebellion cannot be used as a tools to acquire the position like other tribes did in South Sudan. This is not good. It's not going to serve us. So my message to the president is very clear. Jiang Padang write this petition to review what is going on in the state of Upper Nile. We are 4 county, Jiang Padang, 4 county Nuer, 4 county Shilluk, and 2 Maban counties. And majority of the other counties who were not with you, who were with SPLMIO or FD, they get more share here in table. In time table in metric that we are talking about it. They get more than we do. So where in the world that you sell people how who stand with you and go and give the rebel a 17 seat? We know very well that the first headquarter of the SPLMIO was the Nasser, where Peter Lem come from. The only Nasser son or Nuer Eastern Nuer who are now pretending to be SPLM, they are not. They were just there, left alone like a tree with no paper on it. Being Garosmai, being Kunpoj, being himself, being the others, they were left alone. They don't have any civilian supporting them in Nasser town. So where they get this percentage? How? I think it is not fair. Peter Lem need to be questioned. Another misrepresentative within the SPLM. Now, the state SPLM secretariat, it is Nuer Jekeng son too, within the state of Upper Nile. And then in a national level, it is Nuer Jekeng son representing the state of Upper Nile. Is that fair, Jama? Upper Nile got 5 tribes. We cannot go into the same thing, Daman, the northern Sudan, where they're using Nuer as their own tools to marginalize other groups because they were allies to them. It's not going to work. Jiang Padang will campaign for their own administrative because we know our brothers, they are not fair when it comes to distribution of power. They have been beneficial for the last 35 years in that state of Upper Nile, but you cannot see any development in their own 4 counties. There is nothing, none. There is no even road from Malakal to Nasser. So we don't believe on them that they are people for development. They are good at destruction. They can destruct whatever somebody built. So now our case is still opening. We are calling for a total, our own administration to be fair and balanced. We cannot be combined with these people. We, the Jiang Padang, took arm to be independent people from the Arab. If there are still another tribal basis that has been practiced within the state, that's what we were rejecting from the beginning. Anything that Dengaphobia going on in the Masawa Betadola is going to be turned in Afrinal and Jonglei state. And mark my word, we are going to square one again. Jonglei state will be dominated by Nuer, and then the Upper Nile will be dominated by Nuer based on their perception of Jalaba when they were with Jalaba to become a governors of all this period of 31 years or 21 years fighting. They have that concept that they get when they were given a power in greater Upper Nile region, whether being Unity State or Upper Nile or Jonglei State. They were the people who running a power on behalf of Jalaba, because majority of them were Gwad Siddiq, well, Gulishinu allies. That's a message to the SPLM. And another message is going to our politician. Our politician, yam jamu we gutong jeng ga chakting ko yana ki wok murunwan we bai. Achilwel wana ton achiro lo ngi cholo. We ku chak jam we bre lo ngonich. We siatin or tai siatin ke Padang we ko bak a jam tong chok ko palge karang. We ko too much lobby baga di loy. I can now within the SPLM secretariat to Juba National which nimrantin e king nor ki ga tawri tin ko lui represent. Tai ba gato we local lad meeting. But then book to we reactors after decision chieloi ara jaret. I can book jabana jam ki tiktok, I can be jabe dumnam arlik we by. Fa yen few individual chawre got the former politician we chakig late we ko ki wetie we chawre sign we chakig le jaret. Yen ki yeti ngakan ku moki lakin complain duni chi kaja wurak chitwa ku bas ako bang make sure wurak kila tricky. I can ki ako bi jam ki wek da piatin wo tautin ki. Yang bi wo ga ba da salam yang acharan rebel bi bena taw kany kiman within the SPLM IG 33 seat. How come the 4 county can get 7 seats? How come? And the 4 county of the another Nueje can get 17 seats. Ya jama, this is not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Ayene we yaga we chakale we ko jigara work why you can builder we na yawo tingwan we ko to bi jitene work interest with United Afrinal. We are interested to get our own administration to get away from this mindset of war, of this mindset of tribalism, people hitting Dinka in a national level, then it will turn out later come victimize the Dinka in the state level. Where yin in ki we ga jeng don taw long tui tana chaka yo. Man chi man e ben taw yit ya jama benki man ni chi jeng man no kudu e ben taw yit ko ga perna. Tay bi nam jamar wu ga diman wu ga ko le bu nim de ngin maktab bi a can bi kaka alwel e man chuo dung nim tan state kin ku piat ali ko ene jey wo wan wo ci ko tan state don kan lakin because of your interest of political in ci bi layte le yitin ene kin ko ben dung nim tan state ko ngalo yene le makol ken banki ko ci ro ay we ba ci deng tew wala ba ci maj ci duy man ken ku cin wok jeng Padang wo chin because the headquarters of the SPLM party, well, your government within the state of Upper Nile was in the hand of the 4 county of Jiang Padang. That's where you've been operating for the last 7 years to defeat the rebel. Would you come now a day after the feast to give the brothers and sons of the rebel a big share of cake, 17, where their son rebel or their brothers? Simon Kunpoch, who was a state governor, his brother rebel, go to the IO, because that's what is done in Afrinal is a theory of the Jalaba in Khartoum, where you see Sadiq Al-Mahdi join the NDA, and his own son was working with Bashir. Ubid Bitao with Munu, with Torabi. And the list can go on. That's what they brought now in South Sudan. And the same thing what Lamakol did. Lamakol can create a party and left it to the another Shuluk, and then go and now do another party and left to another Shuluk. Until the recent party, where they was with his son, Emmanuel Ajawin, and now they come and divide themselves again. Emmanuel break away the so-called, when he left it. This politics in Upper Nile will never be stopped, because this kind of rebellion politics will benefit those who use that, but it will victimize those who don't like that characters. This is the message very clear. We need that list to be reviewed very quickly. The SPLM, actually, we are talking about the SPLM IG, need to be reviewed, because those of Kunpoj, when the war was fought, including Lem, they cannot even go to Nasser. The very best place they go, they can just fly to Paloj. They don't have people. Majority of the Eastern Nuejikan were support of the SPLM-IO. That is the fact. It is the facts. Using rebellion system to come into the power or get into position, I think it's not going to be continuous. Some people are tired with this. So these are my message to Jiang Padang politician. You need to open your eyes, follow this paper and you, the deputy governor, Tormon Buin, to be a ping while they be yin. Any kitting Kirolo for national government, but Benny State. Nalela Benny State, Wonin Chin Sot. I can kick a bigger mat, because kick a dog one young, but did putana. Like now they get 60 something, get 2 tribe within the national level. You've got a bigger 60 something many of his state. And I'll be woke up what out. By any can you torment Buddha Cobain in Liberty. But then a Yama quite a young venue could be quite jam in Mikabai. Kwanki leadership took in Beala because Kunala Luil. Lakina Angla take away the thing away the Kakunichi Bupia. With Dubuni muscalate. When a Miskela can chuajai. Fayan Malik Jamachamit, Uwati, Lakin Penachela did, we were bagging young pin, who yan a very loy baden, Fayan Nachasa name, AM to the woman tin. Wait chocolate, you quite a ben, wait chocolate, you quite tung. Can a very serious matter. Kwa the Kaja Kuma Chikadi gum 7 members in the parliament of the national parliament. Which she called the Kishi Markin way, working, mitkin, Gemika 17. With the sharing with the SPLM, President Kiro Mulwilla, 4 county Kachir Antigati, the Kaji Yin. And we chocolate. Coiton.
Ian Wilson, we check I don't think they could eat wong or go with show book Tioka Yamati Toy to be after the be 1 hour and a half, go on ping in a good thing. But away, yen that desire, and I yell over yell with the lano yen, I can no need work don't in Pavday show again. Yeah, Rose be 1 hour or be up for the 5 minutes when only 1 hour. Where they show me a can. No way, book start from here and then a little book that thing, and otherwise they run the can be Martin, color be not a lot.
I can read by Martin before can banjam a word better sharing the video, kujala subscribe the YouTube, kuba like baloi. I don't know how can book jam jeng kwan kapadang macam bigger can a big loy involved. Big loy encourage and studying of ourselves. Chidi ni matek kuja in banya Wilson. Na chuktok baden we have to start liking it and subscribe. All this on YouTube. So kalau bekoi kok because the ngai ni ni balwel. Mem karamacha dokin ku my last word about your balwel chia gamcham.
No, walk over gentlemen, just a lot thing in Kabira and a quench. Wilson, off and BL and me also. I'm leaving for Yenakan in Cockbook. A go deck thing with the Karani there 1 minute. For BL, quite Wilson, I took a jump. For not 1 minute, but I can talk ready. Then we gotta go. Lana up there, show again. Me, I keep it because I really up to in the morning.
Okay.
I had a lot.
Let me finish. Let me finish my 1 minute. Kada lwel yani. Anna بدت هي لشعب أبرام community بالذات عشان هم يبتوا يونن في أجاد الجارين ديل including Boer community زي ما Manyalierna is complaining too that corruption is happening in Boer. Okay, for how long? Because we have to talk, you know, because we are free. Lana de Koikok, Finasunu pretending that they are seeing, but they are not. They call they are whom we shufu lakin ma shaifin amianin. عشان كده نازل دايرين يوعيهم يعني لازم بقى بوت من دي. So rana lui pretend kan gal siya politician kabir ko danyin ku nyinde chokana you better listen ku ba pung ba nyin ngang. So rana chol Peter Lambo ya wel yen te chim si kan kilo deken ya to resign immediately lan ki kilo kan che kapya. In Western world here, if you do something like that, you have to resign immediately. You are crazy. So you may think twice, yeah, brother Lambo. We challenge we coach Chiban Padang Media Show and Shukur Yarja Lekum وننا نكون معكم دائما في أي زمن لو حاجات زي دي يجيبوا لنا ما يعاوننا دايرينه ياو بنجي نتكلم عنه عشان كده انتوا يا politician ناس الكبار بتاع الأبدا community ده ما تسكتوا لو عندكم أي حاجة مقرقر كده وحاجة جارت اضرب لابيالكم اضرب لويلسون اضرب لمتكتك let us know and then هنا بنجي نساعدكم في الموضوع ده so انا بدي شكر لكم وشكرا لك متكتك
ai na in chale jare de brother okay biel te in the 1 minute ben wo bulu raba kan ba manda wo bala special my time here Eastern time yeah already 3
Yes,
a.m.
yeah. I'm just gonna do my final remark. First and foremost, I would like to thank the viewers that have tuned in to Jing Padang Media. I know that this show could not be much better without your interaction. I think we appreciate your time for tuning in to our channel, and also for being part of the discussion. I think this is the best part of it when you have people, whether you are commenting or whether you are, part of the guests. Sometimes we do open the line for everybody, but for today specifically, we'll not open any line. We'll make it for another time. This is a petition. The main petition is to make sure that your message reach to those who are concerned, to whom it may concern. The chairman of the SPLM party, the president, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, and also the SG, the acting SG of the SPLM, and Nana Kuma. This message goes to you directly. The petition was written to the chairman and also to the SG of the SPLM. We are the members of SPLM in diaspora here, and we have the concern of our people as well. This is the right way to reach this message to you so that you'll be able to know if you felt being marginalized within the party in the state level because the members came from the Upper state, then the only way to reach to your desk is so that we can have interaction with you. And to all the members of Jing Padang, the leadership in Juba, this is need your collective work together with those who have signed the letters. My appreciation goes to you guys because I think this is not the first time. There's so many things that you have done on behalf of our community and continue to do the work. We will work together. We have no interest here in diaspora, but the interest that we have is the betterness of our people. That's our concern, is that we need to see our people being presented in a good faith. We need our people that being recognized because they have stand with the SPLM party. We need them to be given the fair of share because this is the party that our people have shed blood for. And therefore, when we see something that we've been underlooked, then we'll have to talk about it. أنا بشكركم أنا ما بكلم كثير. Lambert, please, and also the other SPLM members, what you have done It showed that the weakness, not to assume regarding to the people of Jing Padang. I know there's so many things that are going on to the members of Jing Padang, and that's what come to the last message. That as long as we continue to live, if we need a good faith, that we need to make that Upper Nile a better place for all of us. We need to be a good citizen of that state. Then we need to be recognized. We need to be presented equally. We need to stop the marginalization, nepotism, corruption when it comes to appointment. As Brother Wilson said earlier, the Jing Padang people stood with us from the inception until today. They have never turned their back to that principle of the SPLM in which he took up arms for. So thank you very much, and have a good night wherever you are. Good morning in South Sudan, and may God bless you.
All right, very quickly, Tower Magdi, Ben Daniel, ya naba lwele tong jeng, chak team work by. Captain work koi rochai siasin Louis Padang represent within the 4 county. Ya jama position to ke nom ke kairan kala ke kedan chirgal lera kor bejede ukar pande. Achan ki wucha jama kagi the next generation below ben position which with the opportunity. Na kingu wear gol we ku ja wo ku kingu eten bu wear pet koy bi ben big log la miskali yene ya wo tingu jameten wo ke fadi position lakini yo nyari nu bu next generation danin blog ben ko ngod apernal ka manam ka belaw waya yo gene ka dawlu tini ne kan dangaro we koy ka we ga siya ya lu jalo kana ke daman arab ku daman arab ne kon koy lu hawo kana ya lu we ga wo koy lena pur rana bu lu ti jari yade ku nga ki kuj gi pin nam gi kan yine la baya tajir di ci kwet da nam kan lakini ali wuti ya qararat loitin ti decision loitin whether a state level wala county level wala country level kaku librangar yo ran ci nam kan to ku mai ko da nam te ya qararat loy le bi karamu ina kero loy ba pin nam tin ko ji ci nim ge ga kanezi ko ji ci nim ge ga tijari ay jorot we ko bin yinti da ku mai a cana de gran tajir don ci kwet nya wadang ke ci bi karamu sambala sag fa kene e mai message we kiru palwe ret lakin nay ko ke ja lokat chien ba chi mai dep ka ma ja ci lo ko yi lo we ma ra wu jakob tong kene ci re be le we bai fa we ko bak taw e karang ba den kene we ko follow la dem de dir yok a kene kene de ku ko ban to kay wutin de ka ju ci yok ke position beta governorship beta de karang deputy governor tele bayti ne campaign ci loy bay tan even though kin credit tag yego ko man ko ju ci la yo position e tang tar social media re jidin wan tuwo kuma gunyin ki jo ko ji yin man tina ko te kin governorship ci yi ayo kin ga deputy yi ga rana ci sowa ko ge ben sowa rana diete na ayo tan ma padang ina ci governorship bena with one le with county ku gem wo ben kumnyin tong wu lo ni degro lo ci gar yok to social media including his appointment ari akuba eden ka we na de kago we dal ya ga yenwo man won tuwo jamran to ko ji ki gar wor kan we ga ya dangal bag jam ci ngapen we jam le bugran bay messenger te tawik we de ni internet de bay nge ke juba bay de internet le bu wo ben bay a chan biya tri ga bi we pingrot ke we siasin ka pada ayin kan yin da le we ko ci ga be mudrut ba den tu position nom ke ka kon ci ka lo vacation na me ke position ko bi ko log ben wadang ci ko log la miskale ci ka tawati okay ene ken ene ki da le we ko pin ci di ko ten Daniel wala ci de tok lakin da man ci wo
Yeah. I can we book a book by tomorrow, which is known as that te chi wo la lai mi ga conclusion bu ka jo be memorize mi fa yen ke ne yen way ke yen di wo ko ya
Yep.
fa ke yen lo ba lo ga la kana live te we jeng padang chan ko ba wo nyi liep ka ju je social media ke lo helo khi na ngor ke nim ka we chu nim got pe le chen social media ko ja ngor ko lui manual ka bi ra abra ja rede fa yen liep ko wen ko dai ke lan ke na dai mai chi wil to na lu le man chi de ko nge de na ja ko ben ja ben a jo ko ki de ja lu le ngai chwe de ai nyup ka la da na chi ro di be tom lakin ke na nyen ko be lu report da na ben ngone kir bác jam yen ku tiang ki which way yen di kang loi rabas pa yen kan yen wo concern re de ku yen wo la fi social media chang ko supporter ka government even government ngi supporter and wo ken wo lin bai ken ato ke wo ken la na we really appreciate one ken ke wo lin bana bai jamwan en jam wo up to now wo lin ngora ken ban to ben mi ken to ke cha to bayan ma ko jiten ke yen ken ko bu lek we geng padang we to biak de juba de tuiten ko ja yen South Sudan ban ko ba wo nyi liep chan chi ko jwang nyin pan dun chan pan ja ke chieng ke kudun we ka rwang nyin tin de ja ko ngo ya ka yenen kursi a kwal fi jongale ko kwal fi apana le we ke ngo ke ka kun kwal ngo ko chi ka riet pin ko jam chan te chi ke no liap ke ko jiten a le kwal ke ka le kwal jongale lana to ke fi jongale kwa le ko ke jongale lu rwang nyin bordo pa yena chi de na panal den wan ma den ji jam den le te ke to rurot ka pa chi ro de loy rul ka pa ke no de ro no pa chi de gam za ro yena de ke ni me kala ngor wo no no ke na demonstrative by be lana ngi ki no den ka padang ko mi ro da demonstrative ka biga better than us ke better man chi man yo ke tit go kwal man ke go ro go liam ko ji yene we dan yen ko yene ye we re ko me long time na no chan biro loy rule ka fa ele biro bana wona ye so bi ben but we take ben mioje different way bi ke rule ki nan rule dan to a chiro de loy rule up to now pan ga ja wal pan lankan wal pan no mana a chira ne chat bi ko ke ka fa inu moy target pa ke chan biro loy rule ka fa je ken ke ri ni mare de ku yen ki ken government to ko chi ko bi work loy rule wa fa lana they know we can do better yana makojiten ubela live milk and then we will welcome anybody tomorrow which is this morning also is not tomorrow it's already Saturday
Ai Daniel Malek imba gop tok bose be chibu be ameni te dia sana yene mesi chana ma ko anya ke de ki we ko je rare ki mesi je leg ki tong ken tok tong je ren kan a chipping man ki di lo rat min is boasa ra bilin da nganyok rat yin we gari we be nyang du poten ko de kran dang be kai we ku be aben ka wo ko chinu chinam mar wo yim ben wo lomba shwe ba pio man be ben yim ben wo lom ki koru tong ken tok cho le ki
on kento ga
anu rebellion jidida lo iratan ko be kai we ko big be tor yin ku te big tor te big tonga jok tin inter jat ina werki man tin sakane agulek wala de reformit buta ay reform tonga kinto banki ken dab chata je pet awre ken geri ayin ki ka ba ben lek banki ka kan wen no yam koyten
ai yen we koi ko we chakale thank you very much
thank you
karanga ba loy end
ay
abiale
no wa chin wo we to
yen
Denga ko ke chom garab ke she nen kara barang jo dal ruon wo ji be jo wo we dengi chumala la ni amu we de ken kaman boga chap to galer diari ka ko nyu je ga we ko gang ke piu kande ala ko ni ala ye jen kasara ala ye jen kasara na la ko ni ala ye jen kasara wala ya jen kasara na la koyi wala ya jen kasara wallahi jin kasara ngala kweli wallahi jin kasara ngala kweli jin kasara ngala kweli